Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something we picked up in class, but you might not have paid enough attention to. So I'm just going to deep dive a little bit on hidden assets versus revealed assets in prosperity mindset. And so when we start to think about revealed assets, these are the assets in your life, right? It is in your that are also in your highest value. So when we think about that, it may be the easy ones to see. I have a house, I have a business, I have this, right? You might also know that you have just things that are easy to see, right? That I'm a cheerleader, right? I like to be there with you, right? So when you think about your revealed assets, you're going to take two lists. And the revealed assets are things that you know you're already good at, that are already within you, that you're already able to access. And you're able to access, and they are the parts of you that you like. So these are your highest good. These are the things that are, right, things that you want to magnify, right? Prosperity mindset, it's the ability to magnify. So you are already most likely magnifying based on your highest assets. So it may be that you have a wonderful education. It may be that you're a good public speaker. It may be that you are a wonderful parent, right? These are assets that are revealed. So you want to have that list. And that list should not be just 5 or 10 items. You want to keep writing on that list of things that you already know are your assets. And then we're going to go to what are called hidden assets. And those are assets that you might not even know that you have. And this is where I want you to be creative. I've done this. I actually wrote down on mine. I'm here with you on these, so I had to write down my own. I've done this, and I've done this at different times in my life. And what I like about doing this is they're things that I already have as an asset, but they're hidden. That it doesn't, I don't know, I haven't realized that as a value in my life. So it may be a value and it may be something that I practice, but I hadn't actually moved it onto the asset list. So we're just looking at things that are hidden. So for me, it was, my artistic ability or that I have a diverse amount of people in my life, that there are this class, right? Prosperity mindset, huge asset. That healing is a part of my path, or that perhaps it's my journey that's an asset. That a lot of people like to know that I was a welfare mom, that became the top woman in finance. That's a meaningful journey because they want to see that. Sometimes I don't tell that story because it's not the story that I tell to define myself, but it is a story. It is an asset, that yes, I did only have 1 can of beans in a cupboard and was that hungry. That yes, I have had these other parts of my journey, but I don't necessarily use them. So when you're thinking about the stories that are very interesting in your life that made you who you were, those have value. So it might be your storytelling. It might be, for me, I wrote down actually the time of that was my poverty mindset, that I could put it against what was there, or learning to love myself, right? That I've learned to love myself. That sometimes it is, that I have ideas or that I would like to create things that I haven't created yet. So when you're thinking about your hidden assets, I would go back into your mindset. I would go back into skills that you're kind of good at, but you didn't know that you could use that as an asset. One of the skills I put out there was just my dining room table. That's an asset, that I can gather people at my dining room table, and I can gather people to do art at my dining room table. So get very creative as you're thinking about it. I'm very good at list making. I'm very good at finding a way. I'm very good at, these other things. So find what you are good at and that you like and that you maybe brings value to you. Some of you are really great at scheduling. Some of you are really great at order. Some of you are really great at disorder. There is a value for disorder. Some of you may have gone through a different part of a journey. So as you are thinking about this, don't just think about your stock portfolio. Don't just think about the your bank account. Don't just think about your job. Think about every job that gave you an asset that you're not using. Think about all of those assets that are there. And that's the only reason that we are looking for revealed and hidden assets, is to be able to say, this is actually what I'm trading on. And remember, prosperity, right, is the ability to magnify. We're looking to be prosperous. That means that we're going to define the dot that we are magnifying from. When we understand this dot of who we are and how we are, wow, things change. Things change. And so we're taking an asset base to go, well, what are all the assets in this little dot called you? What's really in there? And what do you have as tools and skills that you can share with others, or that you can build from? That sometimes it's aligning them, putting them together. I guess I didn't know I knew all of that stuff. When you think about what people turn to you for, that's really helpful to put in your list. That list, in my highest values of the things, right? What is in my highest good? What are the things that I actually found as thoughts, experiences, and learning that really can be wisdom? This is also how we start gathering the information for what is your wisdom and what is the wisdom that you want to share. And the other part of prosperity, the very base of all prosperity in business and in our lives, is the ability to trade. So it gives you an idea of the other things that you could trade. It's very interesting. I put up a glamping tent in the backyard and went, oh, there's an asset. And how can I use that asset? So part of what you're looking at in this list is to be able to go, here's an asset that I have. That's how I'm built. Walking club, that it said, look, I have an asset. I go to walk every morning. Let me invite people to that. So people that couldn't afford my services and needed mentoring, I said, look, if you can get up at 5 o'clock and meet me at this walking space, I'll talk to you for free. Okay, great. I have somebody to talk to on my walk, and they get a free session. It's kind of great. So think about your assets, right? What has been revealed and what is hidden, and just start to make that list. And then I can't wait to see what happens. But that is the outcome, is just the exercise in, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be something. It is just an informative lesson, and an informative lesson that's going to probably remind you that you're pretty great, and that you have a lot to offer, and that you have a lot that maybe you didn't realize you had to offer. And that's why you're doing this work. That's why we're here. So I thank you in advance for taking this exercise seriously, and for really enjoying it. And be funny, be wide and expansive in what you think. You've invested in you for a lot of years. So now let's count those assets in. All right. Have a great day. And of course, again, like and subscribe, of course, but you can put stuff in the comment section, because other people love to hear that too. All right. Have a great day.